Well, our old friend JPMorgan Chase, you know JPMorgan, the market manipulators, the ones who manipulate the precious metals, silver and gold, the one who's doing everything they can to suppress the silver, and they're doing a good job with the help of the federal government, which it's only a matter of time because our national debt will was $17 trillion. That's what they tell you. But when you look in Medicaid, Medicare, and all these unfunded liabilities, I'm being conservative. I think we're more in the ballpark of $200 trillion in national debt, which is not going to be paid back, I promise you. And the debt ain't going nowhere because here in the United States of America, they don't believe in anything as this word I'm getting ready to mention to you, Jubilee. They don't believe in no debt forgiveness and no Jubilee. They're going to bury it. And I tell you what, neither do our creditors. China holding $3 trillion. But that's what they say. That's a conservative number. It's more than that. You know, we often talk about how we hate communism and all this other stuff, but if we hate communism so much, then why do we go to a communist country squabbling and groveling and begging them for more money to bail us out? Now China's in a sling because they have given us so much money, and we're helping keeping their economy afloat. And if we kind of like got them by the noose because if we don't pay, it's going to be a default. And the only way that China can actually, justify themselves is they got to go to war. And I don't think too many people want to jump on the United States of America, the great Satan, under Satan's authority, USA. But anyway, nature of this video. Whale scandal costs JPMorgan, look at this, $920 million in fines. Now, first of all, let me show you what $920 million is. All right, $920 million to JPMorgan Chase in fines is about this much coming out of our pocket. You see that? 1 penny. And I tell you what, I'll even give them a benefit of doubt and be a little bit more conservative. This is how much the fines, when JPMorgan Chase has to pay them, this is how much is really coming out of their pocket. A dime, 10 cents, compared to what we think money is. You know what I mean? And it's that bad because, and they got billions and billions and billions of dollars in fines that they're going to pay. But all that is just window dressing as there to appease the lust of the courts. And because, you throw them figures out, $920 million, you throw them kind of figures out to people like us, small fries, who a $100 bill is a lot of money. We see something like that and your eyes get bigger than mine. They just literally blow up like, wow, man, they got socked. No, they didn't. They ain't get socked at all. They got socked for about that much. It's just what it was. It wasn't even a slap on the hand. Anyway, I'll read a little bit right here. Look what it says right here. This is Reuters, all right? Look at the Reuters news right here. The London World Trading Scandal, once dismissed. Let me put this thing over here. Once dismissed as attempted in a teapot by JPMorgan Chase and co-CEO Jamie Dimon, is costing the largest U.S. bank $920 million in penalties and a rare admission of wrongdoing. No, because they're going to never admit wrongdoing. Settlements with 4 U.S. and British regulators made public on Thursday resolved the biggest civil probes of the bank's $6.2 billion of derivatives trading losses last year. Citations against JPMorgan include poor risk controls and failures to inform regulators about deficiencies in the risk management identifying the bank management. JPMorgan calls these settlements a major step in the firm's ongoing efforts to put these issues behind it. Sweep it on the rug because we ain't going to change nothing that we do. Our fundamentals remain the same. We're going to keep on jacking people. But the deals leave unresolved other issues that have helped drive the bank's legal costs to $5 billion a year and undermining Dimon's hold on his job, as well as the influence of the banking industry and its regulation. The banking industry is nothing but crooks, and $5 billion a year is chump change to these. I keep telling you, $5 billion a year to them, and I don't know. I know my numbers off here a little bit, but it's like $5 out of their pocket. You people just don't understand how these things go. They invest this money, and they can make $5 billion easy within a couple of months with all the money that they have. The company aborted a recent change of its rules to give more power to the directors other than Dimon, after some shareholders cited the risk control problems to argue that Diamond should not be both board chairman and chief executive. Man, he got a lot of duties, don't he? Huh? Man, he got a lot of responsibility. He must be making a lot of bank. The company continues to face a criminal probe by the U.S. prosecutors into the derivatives debacle, despite Diamond's public insistence that no bank executives internationally misled or intentionally, misled investors. No, they did it on purpose, and they're lying. Even as JPMorgan was hailing the settlements, it said it had received a legal notice that the staff of another regulator, or U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission, intends to recommend an enforcement action against the bank for its derivatives and trading. The state of Massachusetts is also investigating, the bank said. This certainly isn't a closure on the wells, says the analysis of Charles Peabody, or Porto's partner, but the Wells Bruno. Anyway, it goes on and on and on and on. But I tell you what I do. It gets off into the numbers. I'm going to actually post this particular website right here for you to go read if you want to, if you're interested. Most people are usually not interested like this. We know that they're all crooks. And we know that they're playing games with people's lives. That's just the way it is. But, those of us informed, I'm sure that we don't like being taken advantage of. That's the reason why that this thing right here called Casef, this silver right here, you know what this is? This is your hedge against inflation. You know what else this silver is? This is you protecting your purchasing power. You know what else this is? This is you exercising your sovereignty and right to know what real, true, sound money is, because for over 6,000 years, this Casef silver right here has always been money. And this paper junk right here, we can start a fire with it right now. It may not last long, $1, may get a couple more, but hey, that stuff is so, and it's backed up by a word. Now, you look at these regulators, these crooks, and they expect for you to trust them, Alan Greenspan, Ben Shalom Bernanke, the federal government. Every one of them, just by their nature itself, are liars. And you going to trust that? I don't think so. Anyway, for those of us who know, we understand what real, true, sound money is. We do Casef, silver right here. And I hope that many people wake up to it more and more and more, because I tell you what, it's only a matter of time. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when we start reaping the benefits and rewards, because soon this market manipulation, it can't continue to keep going on forever. It will stop, and it's going to stop pretty soon. And that is the truth. And that's the truth straight away. Be informed, educate yourself, so that you won't be a bunch of refugees or burden to somebody else.